Today on Rappler. The feud between US President Donald Trump and Elon Musk explodes with talks of ending government deals and impeachment. Donald Trump's administration imposes sanctions on 4 ICC judges. Pangasinan fishermen haul in suspected hundreds of millions of pesos worth of shabu. A court dismisses the defamation charges against environmental activists Jonila Castro and Jed Tamano. And DICT says Meta agrees to limit the reach of posts flagged by the government as false. President Donald Trump threatens to cut off government contracts with billionaire Elon Musk's companies, while Musk says Trump should be impeached. It started after Trump criticized Musk in the Oval Office. The argument quickly played out on social media, with Trump posting on Truth Social and Musk responding on X. Trump says, quote, "The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts." Wall Street traders sold off shares of Musk's electric car company, causing Tesla to drop 14.3% and lose around $150 billion in market value. It was the biggest one-day loss in the company's history. After markets closed, Musk replied yes to a post suggesting Trump should be impeached. The trouble between the two started days ago when Musk denounced Trump's sweeping tax cut and spending bill. US President Donald Trump's administration imposed sanctions on 4 judges at the International Criminal Court on Thursday, June 5. This is seen as an unprecedented retaliation over the War Tribunal's issuance of an arrest warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and a past decision to open a case into alleged war crimes by US troops in Afghanistan. The following are the ICC judges designated by Washington, according to a statement from US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Rubio says, as ICC judges, these 4 individuals have actively engaged in the ICC's illegitimate and baseless actions targeting America and our close ally, Israel. Sanctions severely hamper individuals' abilities to carry out even routine financial transactions. Any bank with ties to the United States or conducts transactions in dollars are expected to comply with the restrictions. The ICC slams the move, saying it was an attempt to undermine the independence of an international judicial institution that provides hope and justice to millions of victims of unimaginable atrocities. Groups of fishermen in Pangasinan pull from the sea what authorities now believe to be hundreds of millions of pesos worth of shabu or meth. Fishermen were navigating the high seas off the coastal towns of Agno and Bolinao in Pangasinan on Thursday, June 5, 2025, when they stumbled on sacks containing white crystalline substances. The first group fishing near Bolinao town spotted several vacuum-sealed packs marked with Chinese characters floating in the sea. Authorities estimate the recovered contraband to weigh around 130 kilograms, valued at approximately 884 million pesos. Another group in Agno town found several vacuum-sealed silver and black plastic packages marked with foreign characters and labeled freeze-dried durian. A group of fishermen in Bani town also turned over several bundles of suspected shabu weighing more than 30 kilograms. Authorities estimate the haul at 170 million pesos. Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency Director General Isagani Nerez says the Pangasinan haul is linked to an earlier shabu find worth 1.5 billion pesos off the coast of Bajo de Masinloc in Zambales. A Plaridel, Bulacan court dismisses the defamation charges against young environmental activists Jonila Castro and Jed Tamano. Castro and Tamano were abducted on September 2, 2023 in Bataan while doing field work to oppose a reclamation project. They were held captive at a place marked with signs of the 70th Infantry Battalion of the 7th Infantry Division of the Philippine Army. On September 12, 2024, the Army presented them as rebels who had surrendered, but during the press conference, they went off-script and accused the military of abduction. Lieutenant Colonel Ronel de la Cruz filed a defamation complaint saying their claims embarrassed the armed forces. In a related case, the Supreme Court granted Castro and Tamano writs of amparo and a temporary protection order banning de la Cruz from coming within 1 kilometer of them. Castro and Tamano's cases, along with ongoing red tagging, led 2 United Nations experts to recommend shutting down the National Task Force to end local communist armed conflict. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has yet to act on those recommendations. Information and Communications Technology Secretary Henry Aguda told the House of Representatives that Meta, Facebook's parent company, agreed to reduce the reach of posts the Philippine government says are false.
Pumapayag na sila ngayon na kapag CICC o PCO o any duly authorized authority ng gobyerno, pagka nagpadala kami sa kanila na ito po, fake news to, they will demote in their feeds.
During the hearing, PCO Secretary Jay Ruiz said Meta earlier rejected a request to remove a fake memo that appeared to come from the Office of the Executive Secretary. The request, sent through the DICT Cybercrime Investigation and Coordination Center, was denied by Meta, citing freedom of expression. Meta was absent during the hearing, but a company representative said in April that posts labeled as false by third-party fact-checkers get less reach. Lawmakers, mostly allies of the Marcos administration, questioned Duterte-linked bloggers for spreading disinformation. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.